How is the industry treating to the success of Madgaon Express? Have you had any friends from the industry who?
Yeah, I was part of a screening which Ranveer, Kareena, Malaika, Arjun, Aditya Roy, all of them were part of, and you know they are seniors in the industry, and they walk out of the theaters with the same joy that I spoke about, coming and hugging you and telling you that क्या super hit blockbuster film बनाई है तुम लोगों ने, and you being just सच में, you know, is this really happening? And then Karina saying, "Arey, I'm going to watch it 4 or 5 times. There's no way I have to go and watch it again."
Do you have a favorite scene?
I think for me that cocaine scene is a scene where it sets it all up.
Definitely.
I also like that whole मैं rock agent हूँ.
Miss wearing a nawari, but
I did यार. I seeing both of them have so much fun with it. मुझे भी.
you should have,
So
na?
I said this to Kunal said अरे तेरे को नोरा के साथ डांस करना है, हाँ ये भी सही है. I think I will take this right now because all my school friends I'll show off to them कि अच्छा जो तू सपने में नहीं सोच सकता देख मैं कर रहा हूँ. Hi, this is Avinash Tiwary and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
In my last interview with him, मैंने इनसे पूछा था that who does he identify his character with the most? इन्होंने कहा था that he feels he is the Katrina Kaif of जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा in Madgaon Express. Well, after watching the film, we'll all agree that we need a friend like him who can keep the madness grounded. Please welcome Avinash Tiwary on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much. मेरी हिमाकत ही नहीं हो सकती कि मैं बोलूं कि मैं कतरीना कैफ. This was your friend Divyenndu.
No, it was you.
No, he said,
it was
are
you with
you the
attitude.
Ritik of?
Yeah.
And I said, and he said, he's the Katrina.
Oh
of.
damn! Now if I think about it, I have to go back to that epic interview, which was so much fun. And मुझे लगता है कि उस interview के जरिए एक हमें झलक मिल गई थी that that's the kind of level we're going to see in Madgaon Express. And Avinash, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
How
Thank
does
you
it
so
feel?
much. It feels amazing. Yeah. It feels amazing to have a film which everyone has well received. Everyone has shown so much of love to. I mean, critically, just to have a comedy film get 4.5 star rating.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm never the guy to talk about ratings, but it's just so surprising that you feel like, okay, you should probably talk about it because it doesn't happen all the time. One that, and then, you know, just seeing people's reaction. I still remember you coming out of the theaters and being so amazed, and the joy on everyone's face, the energy that people walked out of the theaters. That is something really which has stayed with me.
You know, in a very long time, एक ऐसी फिल्म आई है जहाँ पर हम बेफिक्र होकर बोल सकते हैं कि दिमाग साइड में रखो और enjoy करो, पेट दुखने वाला है. These are the laughter riot kind of a thing, and these are not things people are just randomly saying. Like word of mouth से लोग जा रहे हैं यार मडगांव एक्सप्रेस देखने. What is the best compliment you've received so far?
I think the best compliment for the film has been the fact that they've really taken to the friendship of these three.
Yeah.
That trio has really worked.
Yeah.
The friendship, जो उनके सुर हैं वो इतने सही बैठ गए हैं. There's a great play off amongst the actors that you can see as the characters that they are playing. For me personally, a lot of people say that you know, he's kind of flipped the idea of what a hunk in a film is with his charm. I think that is pretty cool to hear. A lot of people saying the quintessential Bollywood hero, which I always thought I was. But it feels nice to hear those things, you know, and so many people finally now talking about the charm and looks, which is refreshing for me because I've heard so much about my acting and my talent, and gladly I want to hear that all my life. But it also feels nice to be spoken about your charm and your talent and your humor and your wit. Yeah, it makes you more desirable, doesn't it?
I agree. I totally agree. I said this to you off camera also, and I want to say this, that it was just the perfect ingredient in every character that was needed. Not zyada. You were part of the group.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, आपने कहा ना जैसे कि the hunk is part of this group. हर एक group का एक किरदार रहता है. Like somebody is a funny one, somebody is like, you know, जिसके साथ हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है. And एक hunk रहता है. But you weren't far off from there. But speaking about this character of yours, Ayush, you did have like times where you must have felt that अरे यार comedy जो है वो मुझे नहीं मिल रही है, मैं संभाल रहा हूँ.
You know, but ये एक दो चीजें सीखने मिले. Initially, of course, when I read the script and even when Kunal narrated the film, I was laughing and I was with the film. You know, I felt कि अगर ये 70% भी land कर गई हमारे जो उसकी narration है, तो we'll have a winner with us. And then I read the script and I was still laughing. But when you got down to doing Ayush, you realize अच्छा ये तो सब कुछ कर रहा है और इसके साथ सब गलत हो रहा है. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? ठीक है, it's only when you reached on set that you realize that oh, I didn't have the crutches of quirk in my character like everyone else did. You know, everyone had a certain quirk, right from Mendoza to Kombri gang and Divyendu's character, Dodo and Pinku, and I just felt Ayush was slightly vanilla and straight jacketed in that terms, and that is when I truly realized that I can't be swayed by the energies of these two guys. You know, you have to have more restraint to yourself. And thankfully, which is what probably people talk about charm, I think the way I was able to handle all of that and still find humor in the moments through reactions is what people have really loved and appreciated. And it makes me feel nice.
It is. I think that it was so important for you as a character to stay, in sync with everything that's happening and not, expect. Oh, अब ये भी कॉमेडी करेगा तो फिर हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं? Because शायद आप एक ऑडियंस को represent कर रहे थे.
But that was the learning that you don't have to do comedy, and which is what was not happening in the film. It was all circumstantial. So एक जो कर रहा है, you're laughing at that. एक जिस पे हो रहा है, you're laughing at that. And the one then who's reacting to what is happening, you're laughing at that too. But all three of them have their different ways of responding and reacting to the situations. And the fact that we all stayed true to that, played off with each other, is what has really worked for the film. I think anything different would have not landed right.
Hypothetically speaking, which character apart from yours would you have liked to play?
I gave a thought to Dodo, and because I'm from Bombay, when I read it, it kind of came more easily to my vocabulary. But I think Ayush is something that I would have enjoyed more. It's only later that I realized it. It's until I went on set, I was not very sure of it. I probably wanted to, you as an actor want the jokes to be with you. You want the help of the lines coming through for you as an actor. Here we had two fiery actors who were really at top of their game and have the author back parts to them. I used to feel like, "Arey, Kunal to galat kar raha hai," but Kunal had his own. There's a certain sensitivity that he's showcase in their friendship, that this guy kind of grounds them together. It kind of keeps the film together. And I realized the value of my part only after I saw it. So, I mean, it's actually Kunal's genius that he's been able to find this all together. If you ask me, I just had fun. I just had a ball playing Ayush, going there, seeing this madness and reacting to the situation that we were part of. Fun.
How much of the stuff was improvised?
See, that's the beauty. 96-97% of the film was written on paper. ये 2-3% here and there we would have improvised in the moment. Otherwise, it was all on the paper. That's the beauty of the film. It's all in the writing. It's Kunal's script is the reason we all are part of the film.
That means a lot, because the dialogues were the king. The story didn't move anywhere. कहीं ऐसा नहीं गया कि अरे यार drift हो रहा है, चलो भी खत्म करो, आगे बढ़ो. तो वो बहुत बड़ी बात थी for sure. Do you remember a challenging scene that was so difficult to shoot कि काफी वक्त लग गया था?
I think initially for me, the initial scenes that we have with the vada pav sequence that we had, I remember I used to get swayed by their energies and how Dodo is talking and how Pinku is reacting. And my reaction used to be in the same space because I used to be taken by their energies. So that particular scene I had to really, because those were initial days of shoot. I think the first or second day of the shoot we shot that. Once I got that, I think things became very easy. After we got that, it was more about we landing our lines right and we are in sync and we are present on set. If those things were there, then it was हम भी ठीक ठाक काम कर लेते हैं सारे एक्टर्स यार, तो हम लोग भी
कहाँ ना बहुत ग्राउंडेड इंसान है.
डिसेंट एक्टर्स, तो हम वो बेसिक काम तो कर ही लेते हैं यार, इतना क्राफ्ट तो है सब में. So yeah, then it became much smoother and easier. But the first couple of days, I did have a tough time trying to match up to find my space in
Yeah.
this chaos. Yeah.
बट आई थिंक इट्स सीन इन द फिल्म टू, बिकॉज जैसे आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, उस वड़ा पाव सीन को अगर अभी हम वापस जाकर देखें तो कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा ये मान गया,
हाँ,
लाइक हाउ इज आयुष अग्री टू इट एंड
Yeah.
ही इज इन सिंक विद
Yeah.
डोडो. बट देन धीरे धीरे जिस तरीके से you're opening up to, oh, this is not happening right, that's not happening right.
Yeah.
I've been lied on so many
Yeah.
levels that it's funny now.
But I'm
And-
so glad you see all these things, because I felt these are things only probably actors would understand,
Yeah.
because you see a film and only an actor would know what it would be to step onto those shoes and deal with those things. But I'm so grateful you saw that. Thank you.
Well, I think this in a very long time एक ऐसी फिल्म आई है जिसको लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, एंड दैट सेज अ लॉट अबाउट द फिल्म. सो एवरीबडी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट ए पर्टिकुलर सीन जो उनको बहुत पसंद आया.
Yeah.
डू यू हैव अ फेवरेट सीन?
I think for me that cocaine scene is a scene where it sets it all up.
Definitely.
I also like that whole मैं rock agent हूँ. That again, because it starts off with a fight amongst the friends, and so it's just going to a different tone until it's broken by the joke that Dodo cracks. I think those are very well written.
Yeah.
It had its right peaks. It had its right moments, pauses. So those two scenes. I also personally like the first encounter Ayush has with Comedy Gang, and I realized that I was watching it with the audience, and the audience was laughing to how he's reacting to, because everything was being said
Yeah.
by Comedy, and he hardly says anything except thank you.
Yeah.
And to be able to evoke laughter through reactions, I felt nice. I think that was also very nicely done scene.
मैं तो ये सोच रही हूँ कि दैट एज एन एक्टर आप अपने बैक स्टोरी को कितना कितना हंस हंस के बना रहे होंगे कि ओके दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड, दरवाजा आधा खुलना है, अंदर कुछ हो चुका है जिसके बारे में मैं बता नहीं सकता हूँ, मुझे पता है, देयर इज सो मच दैट इज हैपनिंग.
I just walk into saying, I don't know what's on the other side. I know what has happened here. Let's see how you face it. So
Did you miss wearing a nawari? But
I did, yaar. I seeing both of them have so much fun with it. मुझे भी
you should have,
So
na?
I said this to Kunal said, अरे तेरे को नोरा के साथ डांस करना है. मैंने हाँ ये भी सही है. I think I will take this right now, because all my school friends, I'll show off to them कि जो तू सपने में नहीं सोच सकता, देख मैं कर रहा हूँ. So
How important was that dance for you?
that was also the earlier part of shoot, early days, and I think I met Nora for the first time. I'd met her once for rehearsals, but on shoot I met her for the first time. And while my sequence was being shot, she was nicely sitting on the chair laughing at me. So I used to think कि मैं इतना खराब कर, because she's such a good dancer, right? And I used to feel कि मैं इतना खराब कर रहा हूँ that she's laughing. Only later on realized that सब nervous laughter था. She was so petrified to see me dance. She's like, how will I match up to him?
But क्या बात है, this is very rarely that it happens that there's a girl's sequence that is shown, like a
Yeah.
dream sequence.
Yeah.
तो वो बड़ा कमाल का था that you were
आप
not.
ये सोचिए कि नोरा फतेही सपने किसके देखते हैं?
देखिए आप, मतलब अविनाश क्या बात है यार. ये अब ये बता that how is life post the release of मडगांव एक्सप्रेस. इन दिनों में क्या हो गया है लाइफ का,
यार
क्या
इन
हाल?
दिनों लाइफ में सिर्फ प्यार मिल रहा है लोगों से. आई एम गेटिंग सो मेनी कॉल्स. yesterday I was at a screening. It was a laughter club that was doing a screening. So all oldies, in the 60s, 70s, they're watching the film. They came out. The amount of blessings that I've got from them, like the love and blessings that they're giving me, telling me, बेटा क्या फिल्म है, पूरे घर परिवार के साथ देखना, इतना मजा आया, इतना कितने साल बाद इतना मजा आया, इतना मजा आया. Also because it's a clean comedy,
Yeah,
It's-
most
there's
important.
no, and you realize these things, the value of these things, which sometimes as creators, artists, you don't think of. And when you get this reception, this love, is only when you realize the value for
Yeah.
it. So when that love and blessings, it's all just love and blessings coming my way right now. Just very good time in life.
That's great. I want to just take a moment and also speak about the fact that it's come now, but it's taken a really long time. There's been a very hard journey behind also
Yeah.
that came your way, and there have been times where Leila Majnu being an example, you must have felt that things are going to go ahead, but there was a speed breaker, let's call that a speed breaker that came your way. What are the learnings that you got from that
यार
moment?
ऑनेस्टली मैं बताऊं तो मुझे ये सब महसूस नहीं हुआ.
Okay.
मुझे I have always, I mean, I don't know which other work, but all my work, I've got a lot of love, respect, a lot of admiration for my work. But this is the first time I experienced joy. This is the first time I experienced happiness and this energy that I'd never seen, I've understood. Uh, that got really addictive to me. I really felt that I wanted to get this experience every day. It's because it's just instant, right?
Yeah.
Laila Majnu happened. It didn't do well in theaters and kind of grew together. Post that, most of my work has been on OTT, and then people take their own sweet time and they're far away from you. It's all social media noise. But then to walk into theaters and see this experience, Divyenndu, Kunal, I think we kept going to theaters just to take this experience. We would walk in, people would shout, scream, be happy, joyous, and that's something I've really gotten from MadgaonExpress. Yeah. So I feel I had a lot of love and respect and all of that admiration coming my way, but finally I have joy in my life, and that's come through MadgaonExpress.
I also feel that, it's great that this turning point has also given people the assurance to go back and watch your other projects, because you've been fabulous in
Yeah,
those as well.
I hope they do that. Yeah, really. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
which is
would be
so
nice.
important ना, एक ऐसी चीज की जरूरत होती है. अच्छा, as an actor, I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are starting right now
Right.
and are watching this interview. What is an inspirational thing you'd like to tell them that can keep them going even in the toughest times, or even in those rejections of any audition?
I think it's. I mean, I've said this a few times, and I don't think beyond this. Be deserving of what you desire. If you desire something, you need to be deserving of this. You need to have a proper evaluation of yourself first. So you need to be really self-aware. I think if you're self-aware, you'll be able to evaluate yourself and then be deserving of what you desire. Most importantly. Secondly, I think let go of the idea of social validation. Because I short story if you have time for it.
Of course.
We know Usain Bolt.
Yes.
But do you know Tyson Gay? Tyson Gay is the second fastest runner. He's behind Usain Bolt by 0.10 seconds. Usain Bolt's height is 6 feet 5 inches. Tyson Gay's height is 5 feet 10 inches. He's 7 inches shorter than Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt needs 41 strides to complete 100 meters. Tyson Gay needs 46 strides to complete 100 meters. He's still behind by just 0.10 seconds. Who is truly the fastest? And this I'm talking about the biggest sporting event that the world witnesses, and we still don't know who Tyson Gay is. So that's social validation. So if you're catering to or looking for that, you're going to be in a loophole and you're going to be stuck. You're going to be in that loop forever. I would suggest you don't do that. Back yourself for who you are, and there's no one like you.
So what's the validation for you that keeps you going?
I think, like I said, until I'd seen the film myself, I was very uneasy. Once I saw it and I liked it, it didn't matter post that. Yes, when I got the joy from it, it really makes you feel better. But even if the audience had not liked it, and if I had liked it, I would be okay with it, very honestly.
How is the industry treating to the success of MadgaonExpress? Have you had any friends from the industry who?
Yeah, I was part of a screening which Ranveer, Kareena, Malaika, Arjun, Aditya Roy, all of them were part of, and they are seniors in the industry, and they walk out of the theaters with the same joy that I spoke about, coming and hugging you and telling you that क्या super hit blockbuster film बनाई है तुम लोगों ने, and you being just सच में, is this really happening? And then Kareena saying, "Arey, I'm going to watch it 4 or 5 times. There's no way I have to go and watch it again." These things are nice. You feel so happy and validated for all the efforts that you've put in, and I hope it stays like this. I think post Laila Majnu and prior to that, because probably no one had seen my work, but anyone who has seen my work from the industry or have heard of me has shown so much of love and admiration. Yeah. So my heart is full, very honestly.
There was an article that I had read where Karan Johar had asked you that, if you need any kind of help, he's ready to help you
Yeah.
out. Would you like to tell
So
us
we
about
worked
it?
on ghost stories, and
Yeah.
he was just kind enough because he met me. He spoke about how I'm functioning in my career, and he's always been just a phone call away. He's been very sweet to me. He said, "Anything you need, you can always reach out," and that's his kindness, very honestly. And I'm sure if he has something for me, he'll
Yeah.
reach out to me, and that's the kind of relationship I share. Like I said, my heart is really full.
Do you see a Madgaon Express 2 happening?
Uh, I would love to, because I know the cast wants it. I know that the audience wants it. It's up to Ritesh and Kunal to now make it happen for us.
Yeah, we'll get to know about another girlfriend of yours probably, who's not online.
Uh, let's not talk about it right now.
Oh, अभी भी बहुत
बहुत सारी चीजें हैं अभी.
it's too soon to joke about it. So sorry, Avinash. Please don't give.
Hi, this is Avinash Tiwary, and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.